Sonia, would you buy this canvas from me now as it is? You don't know me, but I know about you.
Right.
Would you buy this canvas from me as it is now?
Sure. It's full of possibilities.
Pardon?
Sure.
Sure. Full of possibilities.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to add on to the possibilities. You buy it now.
Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe not.
Pardon?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Why? Maybe not.
X marks the spot.
Okay, I like that, Christopher. So, you spoke.
Absolutely, I would.
Okay, Sonia, would you buy the canvas now?
Possibly.
Possibly. Look who's sitting next to you. Just to make sure that you know which Christopher it is.
Okay.
Oh, that's
All
good.
right. That's a sign.
Yeah, would you buy it now?
Sure.
How much would you give? Pay me for it now. Christopher. I know you've got the wallet, but okay. Sonia, how much?
I'm not sure. 1,000 rand?
1,000 rand. A minute ago you weren't willing to buy it.
There's Christopher M now.
Oh, it's Christopher M. And the sign there? Good sign or a bad sign?
Could be a. Oh well, it depends. X can be a kiss.
Okay, I like your positivity. If you woke up on a Saturday morning feeling like this, good day or bad day?
Oh, that's a bad day.
Bad day. Okay, let me encourage you. You see, you're looking at the sign I put there. This sign to me is a multiplication sign.
Oh. I see.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Oftentimes we use our perceptions to decide what the sign is. Your perceptions are not my intentions. I intended to multiply Christopher. And how does God multiply? He adds.
Wow.
Okay.
He adds. So the two become one. By the way, this is beautiful. This is going to be a painting. It's a masterpiece. Can you see it?
Not yet.
Can you see it? I'm excited. Can you see? There's a beautiful mountain there. You can see it. It's beautiful. There it goes. Can you people see it?
Yeah. It's like wow.
There are some people, Gavin, you're going to have to lay hands on some people that say yes. Okay? I know that there's water here. See the water there? There are trees here. Take note, most of what I'm doing and drawing is on the Christopher side of the canvas. Do you know why? I've learned in my 32 years of being married to the same lady, 32 years, God worked on me first. He works on the man first, the priest, the prophet, the provider. He works on him first. Where do I get that? Read the book of Genesis, chapter 1, 2, and 3. He worked on Adam. He did very little. Oh, by the way, God created Adam and Eve, not Madam and Eve. No, Adam and Steve. Okay, it was Adam and Eve. Okay, I was invited to a wedding. Two guys were getting married. I said, sorry guys, I can't come. They said, why not? We need to pay you. I said, no, thank you. Keep your money. Because God didn't create Adam and Steve. They were unhappy with me. Okay? But God is a God of order. And His order doesn't change. Okay? And I'm saying, I'm creating or working on the Christopher side of the canvas. Sonia, I'm going to give you a beautiful tree. You see it? You see it?
Not yet.
I ask you to maybe sway it a little bit like that. Yes, so that they can see a little
Okay,
bit more.
sorry.
Okay.
Just move a little. It's okay. Okay, so trees bear fruit. Children are fruit of the womb. Woo. Ouch. Okay, trees bring forth. Okay, mountains stand tall. Men need to stand tall. Mountains provide streams. Needs to provide. Okay, where do I get all these things? In this little book here. Okay, in this little book here. Everything I'm sharing with you, I find in this little book. Okay, now I'm going to write one scripture down, then I need to start painting. I don't have a lot of time. This is taken from Ephesians chapter 5. And the moment you say Ephesians chapter 5, some people say, wives submit to your husbands. No, it's the first verse before that. It says, submit one to another. I'm reading from verse 28. In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. Christopher, you need to love Sonia as your own body. Now if I read it for you, I'm going to say, if Christopher loves his wife as himself, he will not hate his body, he will not hate Sonia, he will feed Sonia, he will care for Sonia, just as Christ does the church.
Yes.
Are you willing to die for her?
Absolutely.
Sure. I'll remind you that in 6 months' time. No, don't worry. I've been there. Okay? I'll remind you in 7 years' time. Been there.
Okay.
Ask any married couple, they'll tell you. Okay? Then I'm reading further. For we are all members of his body. For this reason, a man will leave. Now, to leave means to cut ties with your mother and your father and be united to their wife, to his wife. And the two will become one flesh, which is the covenant I spoke of. This is a profound mystery, but I'm talking of Christ and the church. However, verse 33, and this is my favorite part. However, each one of you must also love his wife as he loves himself, and the wife must respect her husband. So, how does Christopher spell love? According to the verse I've just read, Christopher spells love R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Respect.
Respect. That's how the husband spells love. How does Sonia spell love? Right? The normal L-O-V-E is what we normally call, but I have learned in my 32 years of being married to the same lady, okay, how does Levin spell love? She spells love, time. T-I-M-E. Okay? So, if I spend time with her, right, she's going to respect me. And when she respects me, I'm going to want to spend time with her. And if I spend time with her, she's going to respect me. And she's going to say, oh, he loves me, he's spending time with me. Now, I've been away Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Came back last night. What am I going to do tomorrow? Time with my wife. Cancel everything. This afternoon, cancel everything. I'm going to spend time with her. Why? She needs to know her meaning of love. It's T-I-M-E. Now, I'm going to paint on this canvas with this brush. So, you think I can paint fine detail with this brush?
I don't think so.
Why not?
It's a bit wide.
Whose brush is it?
Yours.
Why do you decide what my brush can do? Don't worry. Everybody gets caught out like that. Okay, it's my brush. My brush will do what I want it to do. Secondly, I'm going to use a palette knife. Okay, a palette knife is flexible. This is a palette knife, okay? Looks like a little trowel, okay? It's flexible. I want to say to both of you, learn to become flexible. The way mommy did things is not the way Sonia's going to do things. Become flexible, okay? Sonia, the way daddy ran the house, not the way Kristen's going to run the house. Become flexible, okay? And I want to say to every couple present today, learn to be flexible. I've had to learn to be flexible. If I was speaking Afrikaans, for those South Africans, hy's buigbaar en daarom is hy breekbaar.
Wow.
It's
Nice.
flexible,
Nice.
and that is why
Sure.
it's useful. Afrikaans, hy's buigbaar en daarom is hy breekbaar.
Breekbaar.
I'm going to use time. Time is important. Okay, so I've got a stopwatch. I'm going to use time. I don't have a lot of time. And then also, I want to demonstrate something that I've learned in the 32 years of being married to the same lady. Okay, I emphasize that.
That's right,
Okay?
that's right.
Before I start painting and before you do anything, learn to forgive. Learn to forgive. Okay? Forgiveness in the home is the hardest. Why? Imagine this is poison. Okay? And I'm angry with my wife. Okay? I take the poison. I drink the poison, and I look at her and I think in my heart, you're going to die. I'm not going to forgive you. I drink the poison. I look at the other person and I think, you're going to die. You see, when you don't forgive, you poison yourself. Learn to forgive. And move on. Okay? I was at a school and I demonstrated that, and there were two little boys sitting in front. You know, it's an Afrikaans school, so you'll have to translate. Okay, it's an Afrikaans school, and I said, explain to the boys, I said, learn to forgive, leer om te vergewe. And I said, if this is poison, I drink, and I look at the person I'm angry with, you're going to die. And the one little boy looked at his friend and he says, you, maar die oom is dom. Uncle is stupid.
Oh, this man is.
And I said, why do you say so? He says, you're drinking the poison with the hope that she's going to die. You're going to die.
That's
And
the
I
point.
said, unforgiveness. And he caught the lesson. And I said to him, why did you ask? And he said to me, oh, I'm going to have to forgive my dad. And I said, what's wrong with your dad? And he said, in Afrikaans, my dad went to buy soap. Now, when you go and buy soap, you slide away. You can see a quip.
Wow.
I got down on my knees and I hugged the little boy. I've been going back once a week to hug my new son. Are you with me? And I'm saying, learn to forgive. Now, I'm talking to Sonia and Christopher. Sonia and Christopher, you're going to look really good. I'm going to do wonderful things with you, take note, with you, for you, and into you. In the life of these two, I'm taking the role of God. Okay. Stopwatch. Starting now. It's running, right?
Running, yeah.
Good. I'm going to start off with a little bit of raw linseed oil. Sonia, is it better? Be honest, be honest, be honest.
No,
Not at
I don't
all.
think so.
Pardon? Is it better? Is it better? Answer, you don't be shy.
It's not better.
No.
Not better. Ask any married couple, the first few weeks, you find out this guy snores. His shoes stink. He doesn't put his clothes away, he uses the floor robe. Okay, and this is what happens. And we wonder, did I marry the right woman? Okay, when this happens, don't give up. Don't give up. It's just the beginning. Okay, this is part of the process. Okay, it's part of the process. Trust the one who's in charge of the process. Right, and then I'm going to use white oil paint. Okay, I'm going to use white oil paint. Take note, I'm not asking anybody for help. I'm not discussing what I'm going to do with anybody. Okay? I've never heard God discuss marriages with anybody. And by the way, marriage was created by God, for God. Now you say, but we're getting married. Yes. God knew before you were born that you'd be marrying Sonia.
Correct. Yes.
And then I'm going to use a lovely yellow.
That is lovely.
Okay? The yellow speaks of gold and wealth and riches. Now, I'm not talking of earthly gold. I'm talking of heavenly gold. Heavenly gold, Christopher's people. The true gold that you'll find. Oh, by the way, there you get to heaven, you walk on streets of gold. So don't value the stuff now, you walk on it one day.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
your true gold is people. Value people. Okay? Then I'm going to use a little bit of orange. Orange speaks of fire that you need in your marriage. And then I'm going to use some red. Red speaks of love. There it is. Is it better?
It's getting
Yes.
And some blue. Blue speaks of hope.
Mr. Noble.
Yes, sir.
It looks now at this stage like they're ties. You see the
I'm
colors.
excited about that. I saw that and I thought to
I can say that's
myself,
what
they didn't know what I was going to do. And purple speaks of royalty. Is the painting better?
Yes.
Are you happy with it?
Not like that. Okay.
getting there slowly. No marriage ever works out fast. Marriage, slow process. Slow cooker. Okay, it will get hot eventually. Slow cooker. Okay? Take note. I'm going to use the same brush. Okay? And I'm going to work with all these colors. I'm not going to discuss with anybody why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay? I don't need to discuss with anybody why. It's my canvas. I want to say to you, you need to know who the artist in your marriage is. If the artist is God, then he's the third person of the marriage. No other person, right? You will notice I am not discussing anything with anybody. I am simply applying the paint as I wish. There. There. Take note, all the bright colors on the side of Sonia's canvas, right? They're the bright colors, they're the colors that speak of life and speak of brightness. And I've learned that my wife brings the color into the marriage, she brings the brightness. I need to keep order. Okay? There and down here also I apply some of this color that I'm applying there. There. And some purple. The purple speaks of royalty. And you'll notice on whose side of the canvas I have applied the royalty.
It's my song.
Okay, there. Now, if you speak to any artist, they'll tell you, you're not supposed to be able to use the same brush with
That's right.
white and yellow and red and blue and purple, and it doesn't become one mushy color. Okay, any artist will tell you, not supposed to be done. Then why is my brush doing all this? There and down here, I've decided to add some blue here. Oh, by the way, we're at 5 minutes and 33 seconds.
So much already.
Still worth nothing.
Oh, no, it's worth something. Definitely.
And if you take note, the colors blend together,
Yes.
right? Now, I know you two are not going to argue. You're not like my wife and I. You never will argue.
Yeah,
Who did that?
we will do.
Who did that? Me.
The brush, technically the brush did that.
Who's holding it?
You are.
Are you happy with the line?
Not at all.
Okay. How many times, now I'm talking to you, how many times in our marriage, my wife and I, when that happens to me, she says to me, what in the world are you getting up to? We'll put the mark there.
You
I
did.
did. You know what I've learned to do? When I don't understand, I hold hands and I pray. And I say, Lord Jesus, thank you that we don't understand. And we understand that you understand that we don't understand. But we're going to choose to trust you. Amen.
Anyways, we don't know what's going on, but we trust you. Let's
Yes.
go.
And how do you pray? Lord, we understand that you understand that we don't understand. Because now your daughter is shouting at me. Then she says, Lord, your son-in-law is being disobedient. Who did that? I did. Are you happy with it? No. Whose canvas is it? Mine.
Yours.
So why are you unhappy? You see, this here is a dark cloud which I start off with on the side of the Christopher. Right? And I know that dark clouds have a silver lining. Right? Now, please take note with which brush we're doing the silver lining. Okay? Then, okay, there we go. Notice I'm not asking anybody for advice. Notice I'm not discussing what I'm doing. And the dark cloud will affect her side. So everything that happens to Christopher will affect Sonia. So whatever happens to the husband will affect the wife. We are at 8 minutes, by the way.
Incredible.
Right? And in all of this, I'm not confused. I'm not taken by surprise. I know what I'm doing. Why? It's my painting. You need to know who is the artist, who is the author and the finisher of your marriage, which is a step of faith. Okay? It's a big step of faith. Getting married, believe me, is a huge step of faith. Many people don't realize that. Nobody warned me. So what do? I go around warning everybody. Okay? Because when things happen, and life is going to happen. What happened? On which side of the canvas did that happen?
Mine.
Are you
Again.
happy with it? Again, I'm glad you said again.
Yes.
Remember what I said? God is going to focus on the priest, the prophet, the provider first.
Yes.
Puts you in place.
Can I say something?
Yes.
She's right 60% of the time, and I'm 40%.
No, you're not. No, you are never right. If I stood here, you're on the left. You know,
Oh, I'm not even.
you're
on
not
it.
even near right.
Oh, okay.
She's on the right. Okay, are you happy with the mark there?
Honestly, no.
Sonia, are you happy with the mark?
No.
Why not?
Well, it kind of looks like it's ruining the current painting.
Would you like to come and fix it?
Oh, no. No.
How many times, don't answer, how many times in other couples' lives, something happened in your life, does the wife take the brush and she says, I'm going to fix you? You can't.
Wow.
You can't. You didn't put the marker. You don't know what it is. Would you believe if I told you that is a beautiful, that notice I'm not saying it's going to be, I'm saying it is a beautiful mountain. Why? I'm the artist. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. That is a mountain. Now, you may say to me, but Anthony, that's a dark line. And I say, yes, I see. I know you see a dark line. Don't let your present difficult circumstances determine your future. Don't let the difficulty you're going through now determine your future. Your future is in the hand of God. Right? Take note. I say with my mouth, it's a mountain. And if I say it's a mountain, then believe me, it is a mountain. And it's a beautiful mountain, by the way. And it spreads across into Sonia's side of the canvas. So whatever happens to Christopher will affect Sonia. And we're still using the same brush. I haven't cleaned the brush. I haven't washed the brush. You haven't heard the brush complaining and saying to me, Anthony Noble, what are you doing? Okay, there we go. Below the mountain, I've decided there's mist. Take note on which side I'm beginning with the mist. So everything that happens in a marriage starts and ends with the husband. Okay? That is why in the Garden of Eden, God created Adam first. He didn't make Eve first, he made Adam. He had a reason for that. Okay? And then this mountain has a bright side and it has a dark side. So this is the bright side of the mountain. Okay? There's the bright side of the mountain. I knew this before I even started. When they first invited me, months ago, when the wedding was just a thought, I knew what I was going to paint here today. And I want to say to every single person, before you were born, God knew that on this 1st of February, you'd be sitting at this restaurant hearing what God has, how God has ordained marriage to be, that there's a oneness, there's a unity that you cannot separate. There we go. There. I said it's a mountain. Why didn't you believe me? As I tell you, because you didn't know me. It's got green grass on the sides of the mountain. There we go. Oh, we are at 12 minutes and 54 seconds. Did you know 12 minutes ago? Did I know?
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
I knew. When did I know? When I was invited. Okay? So am I shocked when you don't believe me? No. Am I disappointed when you don't trust me? No. Why? I knew. Okay? Don't think for a moment that God is shocked when we don't believe, when we don't trust Him. He doesn't say, oh, they don't believe me, they don't trust me, I'm going to stop now. No. God is way bigger than that. Okay? And I want some clouds there. Just a smidgen of clouds there on that mountain. Because I like that. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Guess what? I want to tell you the secret. God enjoys working with you, especially when you agree to being obedient and submissive first to Him and then to each other. Right, now. Ta-da. Who did that?
You did.
You happy with it? Can I leave it like that? Can I leave it like that? Are you sure? You sure I can leave it like that? And people are going to say, I know your wife won't say this. My wife will say, what have you done now? Yeah, my wife will. My wife is asleep. Okay. Are you happy with this line? Sorry, Sonia, I'm going to ask you again. Are you happy with the line?
No.
Do you know what it is?
No. I
Then
don't.
why are you unhappy with
Oh,
it?
I see.
Who put it there?
You did.
Mine. Whose canvas is that?
It's yours.
Mine. Take note, you are unhappy with my line on my canvas
Right.
that I put on my side of the canvas that is married to you, and you worried, what is he doing now?
See?
I'm going to encourage you. When that happens to
Yeah.
Christopher, pray for him. Pray for him. Pray for him. And you know the prayers that you pray for him are, God, I don't understand what he's going through. Because I'm going to tell you the secret about men. Don't tell anybody I told you. Men don't talk about their feelings.
Oh.
Okay, that's a secret. Don't tell anybody. Okay, men swallow and they keep inside. And I'm saying to you, the secret is pray for him. Now, would you believe me if I told you that line there is beautiful trees? Okay, you don't believe me? Okay, I forgive you. Because I know what I'm doing.
Oh.
That's your side.
That's my
Yes,
It's her
yes.
side.
Now you can say to her, your side. And now you are both struggling and you're both holding on to your things. What do we do in real life? I turn around and I hide in a cave. She turns around and she lies on the bed with her head covered on the pillow. Right? And she says, I'm not talking to him. And I come and I say, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Then you know, ooh, it's boiling. When my wife says, I'm fine, then I know, ooh, not fine. Okay? Because you see, I can still look at this line and think, okay, he helped me with these clouds. He helped me with this, everything here. He helped me with this mountain. He can help me with this line too. She, on the other hand, won't do that. Okay, by the way, we're still using the same brush and we are now at 16 minutes. This line here is trees. Look carefully. I said they're trees. I'm going to make pine trees. Okay, pine trees with this big brush. Because, you know, pine trees are tall and thin, so let's make pine trees. There we go. I said they're pine trees. There we go. And I know that I promised there will be water here, so I will show you that there is water here. Okay, there we go. And everything that happened to Christopher's side will affect Sonia. So there go the trees, all along, through to the other side. There. How's that? Did you know 17 minutes ago?
Not at all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What happened? Who did that? So why are you unhappy? Whose canvas? Pardon? Can I do that again? Okay. She gave me permission.
Bridesmaid.
She gave me permission. She said I can do that. You gave me permission. And so I did that. And guess what? Do they understand what I'm doing? No. Do they see what I'm doing? Yes. But do they know what I'm doing? No. And I want to encourage you. When that happens, remember that prayer. Okay? Remember the prayer that says, Lord, I understand that you understand that I don't understand, but I'm going to choose to trust you. Trust is a choice we make when the chips are down. Okay? We make the choice to trust God when we don't understand. While you understand, it's easy. When things are good, it's easy to trust God when things are good, but it's when things are not good, then you learn to trust Him. Okay? Now I'm going to show you. I'm using this mess here to create something beautiful. Okay? I'm not shocked by what happened. I'm not disappointed. Very many times we even disappointed with God because God didn't answer us the way we wanted Him to. Okay? Because God doesn't often do things the way we want them done, we get upset with Him. And then I pray prayers like, Lord, your daughter's upset with you. Please help her.
Oh, that's good.
By the way, you remember I said there's water. Where is the water now? That whole section is water. You see, water reflects. When you walk out your house, you are a reflection of the home you grew up in. Okay? Now, almost done. I'm going to put some grass below those trees. Take note, I announce it to you. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. Even though you don't see it, underneath those trees, there's grass there. I love this because many times people look at it and say, no, it can't be grass, it's yellow. Who's the artist?
You are.
So if I'm the artist and I say it is grass, why don't you trust me? You with me? So I want to encourage you, whatever promises God has given you, hold Him to His promises. I often go to God and I say, Lord, you said. Okay? Now, take note, I said it's grass, and there, with the same brush, we creating grass. There. And so the Sonia side of the canvas now takes shape. There we go. And this is glass. And I'm not asking for help from anybody. I'm not discussing what I'm doing with anybody. I don't need help from anybody. Okay? Do this quickly. And and we have 21 minutes and 49 seconds. I'm almost done.
Mr. Noble, how long did you give yourself, if you gave yourself time?
Half an hour. Yeah, ask that gentleman over there. Half an hour. Okay? And remember now, half an hour with us is 30 minutes. Half an hour with God can be 30 years. Why? A day is like 1,000 years, 1,000 years like a day.
Yes.
So when God spoke to Abram and Sarah, He said, wait a while, you will have a child.
But it was long.
25 years later, Sarah was 89. Ladies, there's hope for you. Sarah was 89 when she gave birth to her first child. Okay? Yes. And Abraham, there's hope for us uncles too. Abraham was 99 when he had his first son with Sarah. Okay? And I'm saying there's hope because it's God. Okay? So, I'm almost done, promise. Underneath this grass here, I have decided, I decide that there's going to be a bank there with an embankment there and there. Okay? That's what I decided to do. I didn't ask you for help. I didn't discuss it with you. I simply did what I wanted to do. Now, I'm going to spend a few minutes, literally a few minutes, and I am going to work on something really, really, really special right here. Okay? I'm not even going to announce it all to you because you're going to see it as I go along. Every one of us, every single one of us, come from a house or a home. Right? When I was a teacher, I taught for 42 years. I would look at the children in my class and I would know which of those children came from a home, which of those children came from a house. There's a big difference between a house and a home. A house is a place of safety. A house is 4 walls and a roof, sorry. A house, 4 walls and a roof. A home is a place of safety where a child can thrive, where you as an adult can thrive. If you're living in a home, you're safe. If you're living in a house, you know insecurity, you know fear, you know dread, you know it's not happy, it's not always a good place. Why? It is a house. If you live in a home is a beautiful place. A home is a place where you feel secure, where you feel you can come home to it. Okay? There's a big difference between a house and a home. I've learned that when a child comes from a home, which is what Christopher did as a little boy growing up, he came from a home, and for that reason he became our head boy. Okay? Because he came from a good home. He had manners, he was a lovely person to work with. Right? And yet there were children in his class who came from houses. Those children struggled. And they didn't bring their house to school, no. They simply came to school and were a reflection of the house or the home they came from. I want to encourage you to build a home together.
I'm loving that.
Build a home together.
It's nice.
Right? Build a home. Make it a place of security. Make it a place where you feel comfortable. Make it a place where people will walk in and they feel peace. Okay? And so, I'm done with the painting. I'm going to sign my name. I'm breaking the reflections there. There, the reflections nicely broken.
I have a request, Mr.
Yes, what's the
Noble.
request?
How's your time looking first?
Pardon?
How much do you have left?
Not much time.
May I request some flowers?
You want some flowers in the field?
Yes,
okay,
please.
I'll put some flowers for you. There's some flowers.
And the red over there.
Who put the red?
Sonia's.
Who put the red there?
You did.
No, I'm going to sign my name. In the meantime, I'm done. Okay? I'm going to ask you again. Who put the red there?
You did.
Whose
Once-
painting is it?
It's yours.
Yours, but we want it.
Yes, I'm going to give it to you, but so why are you unhappy with my red on my painting? Talk to me, please. I did everything you asked me. I even put the flowers in.
Mr. Noble, it's impossible to answer you.
Why?
You're in the in the eyesight of God at the moment. He
Okay.
is guiding your painting. It's
I'm going to ask you this
impossible.
question. No, listen to this question. You know, Job had an argument with God. Job tried to question God. He said, I closed my mouth. I put my hand over my mouth.
But you don't listen.
But I do listen. Whose painting is this? Mine. Whose name is signed here? Mine. Who determines the values of this canvas? I do. So why you unhappy with the red and I put on Sonia's side? How many times? We are at 28 minutes. How many times? Chris, how many times? No, I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to ask your mom and dad. Gavin, how many times, and I like the fact that your wife is wearing a red dress, how many times do you look at Marisha and you see red marks? Don't answer.
Oh.
Don't answer, you'll sleep outside. Okay, and you're looking at these marks, and these marks irritate the daylight out of you. And you're wondering, what is she up to? Why can't she? I know it happens in my home, not in your home. Okay? And then I say to her, get rid of the red. She says, ow. I put them there. All those red marks, I put there. Am I done with the painting? No. Have I signed my name? Yes. So even though I've signed my name and it is mine, I'm still busy with it.
Yeah.
So when your wife looks at you, she's going to see your red marks and she's going to be irritated. I say to my wife, remember, God is still busy with it. She says, yeah, but now you're blaming God. I said, I'm not blaming God. I'm telling you, God is still busy with me. He's not done with me yet. And I'm going to say to you, understand, God's not done with her yet.
Amen.
God's not done with you yet. Remember what I said at the beginning? I said, I'm going to give you a treat.
Oh, yes, you
Yes!
did.
How quickly do we forget?
And I'm getting a mountain. Yeah.
Yes, I said so. And so you all forgot because I didn't forget. I didn't forget. I remembered. I knew you're going to forget. Let me encourage you. God knows you're going to forget. God doesn't forget.
And those who didn't forget.
Those who didn't forget will remember and will be able to remind God and say, you promised. You promised. Take note, I'm going to plant the tree. Okay? Plant it. Just touch there quickly. Here we go. And say the time you need to hear.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
It came from that.
Almost done. 30 minutes ago.
Yes.
If these two must talk, then this one will say to this one, don't worry guys, I made it.
That's right.
Yes.
We made it.
It's a multiplication.
We made it. Because this one has been on the journey. This one is starting out. You two are starting out. We have come to tell you, you're going to make it.
Anthony Noble.
Huh?
Power went off.
Power went off. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Noble. Yeah, I've never seen this in my life. But you neither. Yeah. But
I'll upload it. Yeah.
We hear how God can work in our lives if we just trust Him. And I think this is one of the greatest moments, greatest half an hour of inspiration to the two of you. And I think if you just take this along on your journey for however long it may be, then none of us can even give you any advice. It's God's painting.
Thank
Just have
you.
to trust Him.
Thank you.
Mr. Noble, on behalf of Christopher and Sonia, thank you so much for those words. It's really, really appreciated. Right, friends, the time's come to have some nourishment. I've asked, how shall we do it? They said, they will come to your table and serve you. You don't need to go anywhere. You will be served at your table, and they're ready for it. So we'll ask Mr. DJ to not play us anything because there's load shedding, and then we'll have something to eat, and then afterwards we'll get together again. Thank you.